So this experience of the advanced seminar, it's an investment in self, so that everyone who participated, they're investing in themselves so that they now have so much more of themselves to give to their lives, to their families, to their friends, to their mission, to their life purpose. And so it's an investment in self-discovery, in self-realization. My stance, my point of view, is that this commitment to distinguishing reality from illusion, knowing who we are, and what's our purpose, it's actually the most important thing we can do with the human form of life. I think that's my point of view. That's why I'm excited to be with individuals who are committed to that process of self-discovery. Our statement of purpose here, Satvatove Institute, spiritually based personal and group transformation through empowered communication, courageous introspection, and purposeful action. We start with that term, spiritually based. To give an analogy, let's say if there's a computer, so there's the hardware, and the hardware is like the gross body. So we're not the hardware. And neither the software, that would be metaphorically like the subtle material body, composed of elements like mind and intellect. So we're not the software either. We're actually the operator of the computer. And just like I use my leg to walk, I use my mind to think. But I'm not the mind. I'm not the leg. It was about 4 years ago, I was conducting a presentation in Colorado at a series of veterans hospitals, and the director of the hospitals was there. And it was like a 1 hour presentation. So it's not that everything we do is 7 marathon days, 18 hours a day. Sometimes we do things like 1 hour presentation. And I started the presentation, it was like medical personnel, doctors, nurses, and I said, let's say someone comes to you and says, oh, I've hurt my finger. So I say, now listen to that simple phrase, my finger. There's two entities. There's the finger and the owner of the finger, my finger. So I asked them, who are you treating? Are you treating the finger or the owner of the finger? And they looked a little bit stunned. The director of the hospital, after a few seconds, he said, well, David, that's a very simple question, but we've never thought about it. And I said, yeah, that's actually pretty important because, in the finger, there's no healing potency. The finger's made of the same stuff as this chair or that doorknob. It's dead matter. The healing potency is in the owner of the finger, that atomic unit of sentience that animates the body, that irreducible quanta of consciousness. Teilhard de Chardin said, we're not human beings having a spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So this process of self-realization, we call it a communication-based approach to self-realization. Meaning, in the Satvatove programs, we focus on cultivating excellence, cultivating mastery in communication, not just for the sake of collecting some communication strategies, but excellence in communication to create an environment in our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with each other that's conducive, that's inspiring, to distinguish reality from illusion, to know who we are, to distinguish the human experience from the transcendental entity, that atomic unit of sentience that is the driver of the car. Analogous. 15 courageous souls. They engaged in honestly experiencing their human experience and supporting each other to distinguish reality from illusion for the welfare of all. self-realization. This process is directly experienced. It's not like, so for 7 days, this guy David Wolf stood at a chalkboard and spoke about stuff. Well, that's not really what it looked like. Yeah, I mean. Okay. So this is a communication-based approach to self-realization. Self-realization, it's the most important thing we can do with human life. That's my point of view. That's our point of view in Satvatove. And the awakening that everyone co-created here is a testament and a monument to the human spirit.